live under the Friday night lights with a 10-day forecast. I am the hostess with the mostest, the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, messenger of God, child of God, the Lilith, reincarnated, here with another one. In order to keep up with me, you would have to catch what I post on my community page, videos before this, and just keep going. Keep rolling. Here we go. So, I promised a 10-day forecast. We're going to jump into that. But right before that, I was literally finishing up my food. And I was watching Doctor Strange right when she's like, open your eye. And he takes that travel through the third eye. Welcome to my world. Such an interesting ride. So, in my earlier video, I told you how I witnessed the beast. How I wasn't in my body, I was in my astral body, and I was looking at the whole situation from my astral body. That's what it means to astral travel. First off, you do leave your body, and you stand outside of your body. So there's a lot of versions of me telling you that, especially right here. Well, right now I'm using my body to eat, but typically, you know, the body's just here and I'm outside of the body, and that's what I said happens in my earlier videos when we're about to do this. I'm going to travel outside of my consciousness into a different time and space to deliver messages to you. I'm not a tarot reader. They look at they stay here in the 3D with the messages in front of them. I pick up messages from the 5D and above. Oh, I want to point out, yesterday in the Palladium book, I saw the entering of the 9th dimension. I was currently in the 8th, so I guess I have gone into the 9th, and we're going to learn all about that together, because I don't know what that fucking means neither. It's just a place that I visit, and I've probably already described to you, and now they're going to confirm. That's where I come from. How do you do this? That's what she did to him. She sent him into the multiverse, bro, with no control. When I first woke up, there's a video of me first waking up, realizing the sonars of all my twin flames, all of them come into one video. It's snowing. I'm going up to Red Rocks in the middle of the night. I'm following some deer. I'm about to burn some sage. I'm about to sing all of this. My third eye is open, and I can't close it. I'm just traveling. I'm like, oh, guys, I'll come back to it. I can't close it. I can't. I just keep seeing shit. It's just flying by. Yeah, you learn how to navigate it later. But ultimately, no. You are just moving at the pace of time. You know, you're moving at the speed of light through all different time and space. And I was watching, I was like, oh, let's stop right there. And he was like, oh, you don't believe that? That's what I teach over here. I'm your spiritual healer. I teach you exactly what she says in that video. They say in that video. I teach you how to heal yourself by belief. I teach you the same thing she talks of. I teach you the same thing that everyone talks of all over the world that we don't really talk about here in Western civilization, but I also talk about, I use my West Coast attitude to bring you some, you know, some important messages that we're just talking about, and that's what I said too in the last video, is like myself, the Silo, and the Guru are in the astrals. We're still here in the physical, but we're in the astrals. How many of you can go to the astrals and come and, you know what I mean, on the regular? And that's what my problem is I stay in the astrals. Meaning like brain dead in the body. Sit myself down and that's it. I'm out. Now, if you go back to my original personality, I mean, nobody ever noticed any fucking ways. So was I ever really in the body? You know what I mean? Thinking about it, going back to my awakening and shit, I got placed, you know, I awoken in the body. And that's what I was trying to explain to you when it's hard to ground myself where I'm in different areas. It's like I can't put all my energy, I'm in different freaking realities and I can't put myself all together. Meaning, a part of me is here, but a part of me is over. This isn't real, but I'm using this as an example. A part of me is with Marshall right now. I can't pull away from him. There's a part of me that's with him, and I'm in his energy, and I can feel it. You know what I mean? That means that, you know, a part of me is not where it's supposed to be. And I can be in many places and many times, you know what I mean? And that's the expansion. That goes back to, like, later on in the movie where he expands himself into all different, how many different types of himself. I can place myself anywhere I need to place myself. But I still have to stay here. I have to bring it all back to this self. And a lot of people can lose themselves traveling in the astral worlds. And I've caught a lot of people trying to catch me in the astral realms. Only the highest practitioners can get into the astral realms, which is where you leave your body. And you can get into this world. And there's different dimensions, and you have to have certain access to get in it, and this and that. And that's where we can have soul conversations outside of here. And I'll tell you about that, is where I was having a conversation with Marshall, or I was having a conversation with Russ, not of this world. You know what I mean? Or I was asleep and we were talking and I came back. This is what we were talking about in our souls, is what is happening. Our souls are usually always interacting. We just be acting stupid here. Let's move on with the 10-day forecast. Alright, so I just want to point out something really funny I thought was interesting. So the beginning of Ostara is on page 133. And then we were going to talk about an Ostara ritual on 155. Just wanted to point that out. What's in between there? A bunch of crafts and fucking bullshit. Stuff to eat, reading symbols, all kinds of shit. Buy the book. Buy the book. I'm not a read-all. I read what I need to read. Alright. March 20th, which was yesterday, marks the arrival of spring and the vernal equinox. The ancient festival holds this historical and energetic significance. Listen. Energetic significance. Spiritual significance. Whatever you want to call it. Making it a joyous occasion for many. Rooted in pagan traditions, Ostara is a celebration of rebirth and renewal. We pulled 2 of those in our cards earlier. It symbolizes the awakening of nature in the long winter months. As the vernal equinox occurs, day and night are perfectly balanced, representing harmony and equilibrium. Not only does this mark the first day of spring, but it also welcomes Aries season. Congratulations to you guys. With open arms, as it aligns perfectly with the essence of the astrological sign. Just as nature begins to awaken from its winter slumber, during Ostara, Aries brings forth a surge of energy that propels us forward into action. Remember, Aries is the spark, right? The combination of these 2 energies creates a potent force that encourages us to embrace change and embark on new endeavors. Ostara's celebration of rebirth and renewal harmonizes with Aries' dynamic spirit to create an atmosphere ripe with possibilities. Okay. It's creating for us. If you are already writing something, you know what I mean? This is where I said, these guys, bro. I haven't even put the pen to the paper yet. They want to be the first ones out the gate, but the gate, it's like we're still having the, you know what I mean, the opening ceremonies. You're going to be all fucking burnt out by the time it's time to step up stage, to stand on stage. Again, you might not have been aware that there's a season and a reason for the push and what we do, but I'm making you aware. Meaning that the atmosphere is ripe with possibilities. If you've already taken your chance, you already made your plans for the year, then you're not going to catch any new possibilities because you're already on a direction. You've already chose your there's nothing new possible because you already chose to do what your plan is. It is a time when we can tap into our inner strength and courageously pursue our passions. As we welcome the both Ostara's arrival, embracing Aries' influence, we are reminded that this season serves as an invitation for personal growth, transformation, and embracing new beginnings. How are you having a new beginning when you're doing the same old shit? Where's your personal growth and transformation when you're already doing what you did last year right away out the gate? I just want to point this out. It's obnoxious, you guys. To celebrate Ostara, there are many meaningful rituals, activities that one can partake. One popular tradition is creating an altar adorned with fresh flowers, colorful eggs, seeds, and other symbols of nature you prefer. This serves as a focal point for reflection and gratitude for the abundance of spring that spring brings. Another way to celebrate is participating in egg decorating. The egg has long been seen as a powerful symbol of rebirth and fertility. By painting and dyeing eggs with vibrant colors or intricate patterns, we can connect with the symbolism. Okay, I want to point out, this is the whole reason that Easter exists. This is a secret that's not a secret. My kids ask me when Easter is. Easter can't happen until after one of the moons of the spring equinox. And this is where the eggs came from. They took they take the pagan holidays and they try to make them Christian holidays. They try to convert the stories to bring them into the conversion of the stories. But if you know, eggs have nothing to do with Christ. This is where it comes from. It's a pagan thing. It's a pagan holiday that you're expressing. Listen again. Adorned with fresh flowers, colorful eggs, seeds, and other symbols of nature. So everyone puts on, their dresses. They wear their, you know what I mean? Their Easter's best. And they go out and they play, you do egg hunts. You're out there doing it. Okay? The egg... No, Nana. Hey, can somebody walk the dog, please? Oh my God. No, Nana, I'm not doing this right now. Another way to celebrate Ostara is participating in eggs, long been powerful symbols. Taking walks in nature during this time can be especially rewarding. Observing the blossoming flowers, budding trees, and chirping birds allows us to connect deeply with the energy of growth and rejuvenation that Ostara brings. Additionally, hosting gatherings and feasts with loved ones can be an enjoyable way to celebrate Ostara. Sharing seasonal dishes made from the fresh ingredients not only nourishes our bodies but also strengthens our connection to nature's cycle. CJ, can you Google when is Easter 2025? You're in a game. Milia, can you Google when is Easter 2025? Give me a second, guys. I don't know when Easter is. Again, it's not a set date. It follows the moon cycle. Any idea? What is it? Sunday, April 20th. I'm gonna figure this out. Okay, anyways, big Aries energy. March 23rd, Venus is kamikaze in Aries. This occurs during the Venus retrograde. This is intensely powerful when the energy of the sun illuminates the power of Venus. If you notice, the sun has came out twice when I pull out, in both of my tarot reads, it just keeps coming out, and today we pulled out Venus. Conjuring a powerful day to work on any magic that inspires love, beauty, abundance, passion, and social status. Then, March 29th, we will experience the new moon of Aries solar eclipse. See, the new moon is coming up. We talked about that. Setting new intentions. Start new beginnings. Start on a new moon. And that's right there. That makes sense because we still have spring break. And that's what this is called. It's spring break for the spring equinox. We have all next week. What's today's date? Somebody help me out here. I need a fucking account. 21st. So that's in 8 days. That makes perfect sense because as I said, the kids couldn't start until then. So there'll be new beginnings. They'll start school under the new moon. Just weeks after the full moon and Virgo lunar eclipse, now is time to harness the fiery energy of Aries by performing rituals that focus on courage, passion, and self-empowerment. This includes lighting red candles, using crystals such as carnelian and garnets, and engaging in visual exercises that ignite your inner fire. I taught you the importance of visual exercises, but how not to meddle 2 days ago when I did the exorcism video. Or no, putting on your Morgan, I think it was. I don't remember. While eclipses can indeed be chaotic and unpredictable, they also offer unique opportunity for transformation. I want you to understand that we're constantly evolving. You're going to see this pattern of new beginnings, transformation, banishing rituals, letting go that's what's not serving you. Every year, it's all about personal growth. Through every season, we're harnessing the season for more growth. And we start off right away with transformations. You know what I mean? To approach a time with caution and mindfulness, use the eclipse energy to release any negative patterns and limiting beliefs that no longer serve you so you can spring ahead into Aries season with a new profound sense of freshness. Again, that's what we're doing all the time is releasing, detaching from things, you know what I mean? So this is by this weekend. You put it on the date, guys. March 29th, weekend of March 29th. Friday, then we're going to be facing it. Yep, March. Okay? Venetian balance. April 22nd is full of Venetian energy. It's not only marks the final days of Venus retrograde, but it welcomes the full moon in Libra at 8:22. As Libra is ruled by Venus, this celestial event presents an opportunity or an opportune time to crucially take stock of lessons learned throughout Venus retrograde period. Are you guys learning a lot about your love? We've been really all over it, dude. And that's what they said. We were going to really look at our relationships with people and with ourselves during this time. And communications could end up in complications because we got the Mercury retrograde. And they said don't do anything to your appearance. They said don't fuck with your appearance right now, bro. You're very guided. I saw this funny meme on Instagram. It was like Mercury laughing at everyone who's cutting their hair and trying to change their appearance. I was like, oh my god, don't do it, guys. I know, don't do it.
I did it, I'm fine.
You're always beautiful. For the past weeks, we have been examining and reevaluating them by, because we're not in interpersonal relationships and they take shots. Acknowledging and strengthening emotional bonds. And that's it. People are getting hurt with my words. Self-expression also comes into focus now and invites us to explore how we communicate our thoughts, feelings, and desires to others through our identity. This is an ideal time to find ways to express ourselves authentically while maintaining diplomacy and tact in our interactions. April 12th, put it on the date. This is an important day. Just put public relations. It's a public relations date. Gosh, I'm getting good at my job. Alright. The energy, and that's it. If I actually had a calendar and looked at it, it'd be filled with shit. God just fills our calendar with bullshit. This energy magnifies with Mercury-Neptune conjunction 5 days later on April 17th. Well, my son was born on April 16th. At 12:11. This event heightens intuition, creative. I talked to him, and I told him what I do. He's like, hey, that's probably where I get all of that, where I really like all that magic and Harry Potter and stuff. That's probably where I get it from. I was like, you're a wizard, my friend. Just messing with him. It's like, you could be if you worked it out, but you need to work on your mommy issues. And since I'm the mommy, I can't help you with those issues. Again, I wish we could have a better relationship, but because of the relationship and the role I play, he needs someone else to come play, that role. In a sense, you can only do it. You gotta stay in your lane. I can't be everything, and apparently I'm not the best mother. So let's, I'm gonna tell you what I tell everyone. We gotta look at your mommy issue. I want to talk to someone about that. I might not be the one. I'm a little biased, being the mother and all. I too am caught up in this bullshit. We need a mediator, something like that. Anyways, going back to it. This event heightens intuition, creative inspiration, communication abilities. Boundaries between reality and fantasy become blurred, allowing for innovative ideas to flow effortlessly. During the conjunction, you may find yourself drawn to artistic pursuits, such as writing, painting, or music. Am I really waiting that long to write a song? Damn. This Venetian energy, I might not see my album till next year. Sorry for the wait. The Venetian energy is maximized with the start of Taurus season in April 19th, bringing about a time to engage in the senses of blooming nature's world. April 24th, this is a busy time. There's a lot going on here. April 24th brings Venus-Saturn conjunction. The combined energy of Venus and Saturn merging can bring about a sense of seriousness. Why so serious? Because they told us to be serious. Get serious on April 24th. Put that down. Put your big pants on. If you're going to put it on it, got to put on my big panties on this day. What day? April 24th. When it comes to matters of the heart and creative endeavors, it encourages us to take realistic approaches towards relationship. Lord, you got to be joking. Listen to this. Stupid ass. Stupid ass. They're stupid. They're stupid. So then it's like on April 17th, you're all blurred with fantasy and reality, right? But they want you to get your shit together by April 24th. Quit playing around and be realistic about your approach towards relationship and artistic pursuits, and assessing the long-term potential. This conjunction invites us to evaluate our commitments carefully, while we also foster growth through patience and dedication. It's a very busy month. The new moon in Taurus, we'll get away from this month. I've had enough of that month. Stay in the here now. Did you guys get all that? Don't worry, he'll make me read it like 3 more times, and then we'll review what we already been through. We got a lot. And that's it. It's like, oh, did you check your list? Yeah, we checked the list. Whatever. Chickadee, check yourself. 10-day forecast. Where are we at, bro? With the Egyptians. Let's just start. Let's get it started. If I can find the damn cards. 20 minutes into the bullshit. just want to point out, some bullshit. Venus retrograde. This is what's happening. What's wrong with me, Bobby? It's in the energy, bro. I'm sorry. I just want to love you. It's not my fault. You're holding it back. We could be having, like, massive sex or something if we could just heal this shit. Can we just accept that that's what we both want? Okay, then. Now, let's go back to the original problem. What is standing between us and this relationship? Ding, 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 ding! You and your stupid relationships that are not working. That you're addicted to. Hey, Russ. Russ wants massive sex. He wants good goddess sex. You wish, bro. You have way more problems standing between us. That's it. It's like what's standing between us? You and your lifestyle? Lifestyles of the rich and famous, or not so rich and very not famous? I don't know what's wrong with y'all. But I just want to point out, this makes me feel better about my pain. Why do I... that's all I was like, why, bro? Why am I in love, bro? Why won't it go away? Because it's all up in our ass, bro. I just want to point it out. It started March 21st. Today's the 21st. Do we have confirmation to this? Again, I catch the shit earlier than it needs to be caught. And that's what I said. This is too early for this. This isn't even Friday, which is a Venus day, when we deal with this kind of shit. I feel better about it. That's what it is. It's like, why am I going crazy about this? Why do I even have to... Why are we in the love department again? Why can't I just stay focused? We can't. We're in the love department. Okay, well, fine. Let's deal with our love issues. Can you just accept it? I do. I accept that I love you fully. What I don't like is that I can't just love you fully. Like, that's the disruption in this situation. At first it was my problem. It usually is my problem. But then it's like, this is your problem. Why can't I just love you? This is annoying. I just want to point it out. Him or everyone. Pretty much everyone. I just want to love you. Don't start singing to them. They're annoying. Alright. Who are we? Carrie, Hep, Edet. Dude, come on. Carrie, Hep, Ed, Suret. It's the sheep, gold, and glass. Love and romance. Romantic relationships are incredibly complex and fraught with difficulties. It is no different today than it was 4,000 years ago. Love is an essential element of human condition, and the desire to bond with another person on a deep spiritual level is fundamental to existence. Depending on the surrounding cards, here we go again. Carrie, Hepet, Suret. Alright, let me look at this. Carrie, Hepet, Suret. It's just how it looks. Why did you have to break it down with so many different fucking... whatever. Anyways, can indicate a future relationship, a current relationship, or even an unknown lover with a hidden desire. Hey, I know you. I'm playing with you. Haven't you noticed? I know you like me. I know you want me. I know you want... I mean, who doesn't? I'm just having fun. Why? Because it's good for me. It's good to feel wanted. But are you really going to act in it? No, you're just acting. Peter Parker was a pussy. You're being a pussy about it. But it don't feel bad, because I got a bunch of grown-ass pussies over here that don't want to get fucked. That was some good shit. Such a masculine-ass bitch, bro. I'm so strictly dickly, but I'm just on that shit, bro. It's like, God made me this way, bro. You see why there was no argument to be had in the garden. I gotta go. This is not gonna... You're not gonna understand. If you don't turn over and let me be on top... No, this isn't... You don't understand. Can I submit? Sure. Can you? That's the funny part. Is this only works if both of us submit our masculinity. That's what's so funny. You have to put your masculine down in order to be in love. You have to be vulnerable and weak. And I don't want to, and you don't want to, so none of us are we're really getting fucked, but not in a good way. Oh, God. That was a good one. Bunch of pussies that don't want to get fucked. It's very intimidating to some. It's very sexy to others. Some of them are just shocked. I have an impact. It's just not always the best. To me, I was like, I just dropped my hands, dropped my soda, just put my hands. I'm like, oh, that was good shit. I might not be ready for the big stage or exactly where I need to be. Anyways, let's keep going on with your shitty ass relationships and mine too. In any case, it is specifically pointing to a romantic relationship that is going to have an impact on your life. You're impacting my life. History. While the third deacon, Kari, Hepet, and Kemet, under the hind part of the cow, symbolize change in the form of a cow giving birth, this deacon embodies the romance that predicated the pregnancy. Dude, okay. I'm scared again. Sorry. That's why I don't have sex with you. They want me to have your baby, bro. I told you that. They want me to marry you and have your baby, bro. And I, feel it. And I just told you. What do you want from me? They want me to marry you and have your baby, and I feel it. And this is just not happening. That's why I don't fuck you, bro. Because I don't want to have a baby out of wedlock. Oh! I mean, it's not. He asked me all those times ago. What do you want from me? I just want to be your wife and have babies. It's not a fucking weird joke. It doesn't sound great, but it's the truth. Russ, what do you want from me? I want you to marry me and me have your babies. Marshall, what do you want from me? I want you to marry me and me have your babies. You're like, anyone? No! Only the ones I love. That almost scared me for a minute, but then I forgot my daughter walked the dog.
She brought it all the way up here. I gave her.
You brought it? What?
There was a whole bunch of treats on there. She only liked those.
She brought one?
Look at her. I gave her all the way down there.
She gonna go hide it?
No, yeah.
And she's gonna show CJ about it? It sounds crazy. And then my daughter said that earlier. She's like, you wonder why you don't have a boyfriend? I said, I don't wonder at all. I know exactly why I don't have a boyfriend. It's my fault.
These are the only ones she wanted. The other ones are all healthy, and the other ones are really big.
Tiny, long-lasting. And it's funny because that looks like her in a weird form.
She's one of those. The other ones are either really big bones or these health ones.
Extra small.
She hid them.
Where are they at?
I gave it to her all the way at the bottom.
What, they had a donation of just a bunch of...
Yeah, there was a whole bunch of treats.
I know, I love that, dude. They provide pet food and stuff. Oh, dude, there's this big-ass fucking pit bull that is super-duper pregnant, bro. I saw it 3 times today. I finally rubbed its belly. It's probably going to burst tonight. As if there wasn't enough going on here. You're going to have, that thing is going to have, 6 or 7 puppies, bro. Trying to find housing for you and all your babies, too. Hey, dude, everyone's going to want to take a puppy home when they get it. They're moving out. See if they want to take a puppy. Otherwise, they're going to have to give up the puppies. So sad. Anyways, again, pregnancy and stuff. It's my destiny. And that's what it is. It's like, oh, man. And, yeah, I really came at them like that. And it really is. That's really what I want. That's what God wants for me. So I align with it. But then I'm like, oh. No, don't be greedy. There's other animals.
I'm just going to put those ones there. She keeps playing with that. She won't eat it. The other ones were some...
No, let her play with it. She's fine. She does the same thing with pizza crust and shit, too. Anyways, let me do my reading. Holy shit. Sheep, like goats, oh my god, like goats, are re-owned in ancient world for their virility and ability to procreate. So it's easy to imagine that the Egyptians meant when they designed this deacon under the hind part of the sheep. However, far from being a purely sexual card, the meaning is much deeper and extends to romance and love. This deacon's week in the Egyptian calendar includes the Bast festival and the sailing of Bast. The one tradition in these celebrations of the cat goddess was raising of the skirts, a chance for Egyptian women to embrace their sexuality by lifting their skirts. Typically, it's an energy, which is what I heard. And that's Sheila Nagig, is owning your... Sheila Nagig talks about that. It's about owning your sexuality, and that's what we did, and I told it. Sex equals babies, guys. Not everyone seems to understand that, and they do whatever they can to stop it. Going back to Bobby. Bobby said he had a vasectomy. Is Bobby's vasectomy stronger than my God? In essence, I don't believe in your vasectomy when God is doing this. So yeah. And that's what he said to me too. That just chopped up. That just chopped up. All of my kids are very, very different, but they're all a little bit like me. You know what I mean? All of me is in them, but they only exhibit certain parts of me, and that's it. It's like, we're here to do that. Yeah, and that's also it. Is like all of these men knew from the beginning. I want the real deal. I want everything from you. I don't want just your money. I want your future. I want a future with you. And that scared the shit out of all of them. But I was very honest about it. And that's what I was like, you wanna lose a date in 10 days? Tell them that you want to marry them and have their children and see what happens. See how fast they run away from something real. Yeah, they're delicious, dude. I got these. These are delicious. Mexican corn. Look, they taste really like it. Alright, come on guys, I got 2 other cards. Don't interrupt. Got two other cards. Alright, anyways. Fast for the blessings and attempt to gain good fortune with her. As the fertile ritual, it was understandably effective. 3 days after raising of the skirts was going forth in men, the premeditatedly erect god of the male fertility. This clearly was a week intended for Egyptian people to consummate their relationships with intimate gestures. Told you.
The middle finger used to mean I was going to fuck you.
Nice. Is that a promise? Ritual. This deacon can be used in ritual work to attract or keep or improve a relationship with a man or woman. Spell 379 from the coffin text details quite graphically with sex and the hind parts. Your hindered parts are spread like the fat of an ox. Come to me, O Horus. Bring your curved... Okay, I'm not saying that out loud. May he come. Holy shiznit. And that's spring, bro. You're about to spring into action. This is crazy. Life is crazy. I need to turn this where there's better lighting. There you go.
I had to cut it open.
Can you please stop talking during my video?
What?
You didn't have to tell me how you cut open her damn snack. She has the teeth. I'm asking you to stop talking to me during my video. Okay. Nobody likes it. Okay. Now you're just being mean because I don't want your input. Yeah, you are. I don't want you to talk to me. No. I don't want you to talk to me. Just because you're in the same room doesn't mean you're invited into a conversation when I'm in the middle of a teaching. It's not an open conversation to look at her snack and look how I cut it. And if you don't pick up all that damn popcorn, holy shit. It's very popcorny. It is. I'm ready for more. On 111. Oh my god. They're fucking with us. New beginnings. Please, be careful. That's when you're supposed to do it, is under the new moon. This is scary. Are you scared? Keep that in the back of your mind. Keep that always in the back of your mind. Will I go with the... I don't know. The energy comes to me. Ooh, get it? Damn it. I said all that out loud and then these... You gotta be careful. I'm not saying shit anymore. Alright, what's the Krsna energy? Let's start with the Krsna energy. We had the Lord of Death on up our ass the other day. He was all up in that killing shit. It's not a bad thing, dude. Alright. I'm just gonna I know everybody wants to act like I have like some kind of control, but I really don't. I just take the messages. I've never seen this dude. Is that the moon god? Chandra, the moon god. That makes sense. If I'm the moon goddess and we're calling in a soulmate, dude. Him and his... Is this it? You and your little chariot? He's riding a goat. I dig it. I've never seen this card. Salutations to the moon god who adorns... Oh, okay. Adorns Lord Shiva's crown. His complexion is the color of curd, conch shells, and snow. Born of the ocean of milk, he is the bestower of nectar of immortality. Alright, purification of the blood, nourishment of the crops, subduing mental illness and anxieties. We talked about that today. You need to ask for help. Overcoming pessimism and madness. The moon god is going to calm your moon goddess inside of you. Chandra. Chandra. That's good, bro. That's good. Do you accept that in Jesus' name? I accept that in Jesus' name. And, it's coming from a whole different energy. They're trying to help you overcome your pessimism and your madness, subduing your mental illness. They're trying to bring in a lover. God is trying to help you. In essence, these are things that are stopping, that are bringing, whatever. Anyways, I'm trying. I mean, I'm just the messenger, but I accept this. I want sex. I want, no more pessimism and shit. I want all this in my life. I accept your message. Alright, let's check the Odins. Odin. Oh, they just threw a bunch of them on the floor. These are ones we've already seen. I mean, I saw Heimdall, and we haven't really pulled Heimdall, so if he comes back, then I'll do it again. Like, how do you know? I don't know, I just feel it, bro. Midgard is where we're at. Isn't it pretty, though? Kind of looks like Colorado, don't it? Colorful Colorado is what they call it. Some of you got some weak-ass signs, but ours, when you come into Colorado, it says, welcome to colorful Colorado. Midgard. I turned to Asgard. Now we need Mid, which is the next one. Earth, home to humans. Midgard is the central enclosure and home to humanity. In Old Norse mythology, Midgard is a flat disk with deep ocean surrounding it. At the edge of the vast ocean and the land was given to the giants. The stronghold of that was the center of the earth had a wall around it to protect the human race. The wall was made up of the giant Ymir's eyebrows. And the god destroyed his body. His blood became the oceans. His bones, the mountains, and the heavens was created from his skull. Okay. All frost giants came from Ymir. Midgard is a complicated place. It reflects the complexity of created as a result of the gods killing one of their own. It also sets the tone for violence and disruption found on Earth. Volcanic activity, earthquakes, storms, tornadoes, hurricanes, and the likes of the nature of Midgard. All of that is coming. Know it. All of that's coming right now in spring. Volcanic activity, earthquakes, storms, tornadoes, hurricanes, all are coming. Drawing this card indicates a turbulent time ahead for you. All life on Earth must learn to adapt and adjust to the climate. This is your warning. This is your warning. If you live in a place where you know tornadoes come and God's been telling you to get the fuck out, you can either wait. Are you in Tornado Alley? Are you in a place where floods happen due to, you know what I mean? A hurricane is just no more than tropical weather, tropical winds, and, waters. And that's what brings our blizzard. What is a blizzard? It's snow with tropical winds, bro, in the sense of it's just snow falling with these winds that can't be controlled. So that's what makes a blizzard. The snow, then it hits the wind. A tornado is the wind that hits the wind. Hurricanes is water that hits the wind. Earthquakes is, okay, that's definitely going to happen. I don't know about the California one. I can't tell you. I've told you guys, it's going to happen. And, it's all soggy and weak over there. The land is. It's just like, I'm seeing Squid Games. You know how they had, that's such a fucked up analogy. You know how they had to, he had to lick it? Lick it now. Lick it. Stop it! Sorry, the Holy Spirit wanted to sing you a really great song to go along with this vision. I think not, in the whole love situation. Anyways, he had to make it all soft so he could break it off.
Okay.
I know, bro. I know. It's like the whole red light district is, opening up. That was a good one, bro. Anyways, talking about California. It's all soft and stuff. This is all I'm telling you. They told me and I'm telling you. The shit's about to... I told you a week before this that spring is dangerous. Drawing this card indicates a turbulent time. The earth must learn to adapt and adjust to the climate. You too must adapt to your surroundings while staying true to your authentic self. Learn to ride the wave. Fucking Ross. In essence, this card is about adapting to new environments. We're going into something new. Are you doing something new on page 96? Or you're still doing the same old thing? It's Friday, guys. It's a prime time for you to fucking destroy your life and start a new one. I'm gonna ask you to do it again next Friday. And every Friday till you start fucking destroying and creating new things. In order for you to create something new, you have to destroy what you have. It's just it's the building blocks of life. So, again, if you're not starting anything new, it's never too late. You Destroy some shit. You can make some hard decisions tonight. We're like, all right, you're right. You're right. I'm fucking leaving him. I'm fucking leaving him. I'm fucking leaving him. I can't get all my shit. Leave the shit, bro. It means God will have to give you new shit. He'll give you new shit, bro. Promise. God takes care of us. He'll give you new shit. Really. You'll figure it out. That's part of the first part. First part of this stage is Baba Yaga. Well, you know, grounding, of course, Gaia. But then it's Baba Yaga, and it's learning, you know, self-initiation, and it's self-sufficiency. You've lost everything, and now you have to learn how to survive on your own. But that's it. It's like, yeah, it's time. She's right. I'm not fucking going to work tomorrow. I'm not going to work tonight. Fuck them. Fuck them, dude. Fuck them. I can get a better job. I know I can get a better job. I just never tried. Dude. I can do this if I try. I can do this if I try. Fuck this. I'm not gonna fucking do this every weekend with you people, dude. I'm out. I'm moving out right now. I don't want to do this every weekend. I'm tired of this every weekend. That's what I said too. You know, I was talking to the school navigator with spring break. He said it's gonna be it's gonna be a lot of action going on around here next week because all the kids are out. I was like, I love it, dude, to be honest. And, you know, in the evenings when they're all running through the house, I said it's the most joyful thing. It's better than the apartments I used to live in. I used to hate pulling up into those apartments with drug addicts and tweakers and, you know what I mean, loud music and fucking, you know what I mean, fucking just all of that shit. I love coming home and seeing all these kids just running around and giggling and, you know, this one girl, I just loved it. So cute. It's so the energy. She sticks her head in the elevator. There's a boy in the elevator and she says, hey, tell the boy that I like to come talk to me. I love it. They're just all, you know, they're just having fun. They're looking over and then, you know, they're pretending like they're not seeing each other and everybody knows where they live. And they're like, it's just great. It really is. It's a beautiful thing. It really is. But, adapting to new environments, you know, I moved into a new place. You know, I'm starting a new job. I'm starting a new lifestyle. If you haven't noticed, it's not just you. It's me too. You know, first we have to have spring break and enjoy our new stuff, but in essence, this is when time changes, where we clean out the old and start new. You know, I'm also doing that spring cleaning. You know, my car, all I want to do was clean it. Now, I brought most of it in here, so now I'm going to have to clean everything in here. Fucking shit, I'm just making more trouble for myself. But in essence, I'm creating space. Out with the old, in with the new. If I clean out my front seat, maybe somebody will ride with me finally. I don't let my kids ride in the front seat. Did you know that? I usually don't let anyone. I tell people to sit in the back because I'm used to it as a Lyft driver. You're too close. Don't touch my radio. I don't want to smell your breath. You're too close. I make people sit in the back. I'm working on these things. Okay? Like, bitch, you have serious issues. Seriously, I'm working on them. What about yours? Stop pointing fingers at mine. I'm aware of mine. Are you aware of yours? Mark Stavi, you are in the path of a storm. I told you, are you in the path of a storm? If you draw Midgard in reverse, it's time to relocate or shift your perspective on something you are dealing with at home or in the workplace. You may feel that the world is out of control and that you are in danger. There may be floods, I told you, bitches. How could I send this to the National Weather Service? They don't want you to create chaos. They know what's coming, bro. All they can do is tell you, and eventually they'll have to notify the state, and the state will send out an emergency, you know, distress, but it's too late. There may be floods, fires, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, lightning strikes, or storms ahead in your way. Know that with all crisis, this too shall pass. You need to process your negative emotions before the world around you comes back into balance. You're calling in the storms is what it's called. If you won't change, you must understand how powerful you are. Even though your mind won't do it, your heart is pulling it in. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm not going to do this. My heart's still going to make me do this because it knows it's right for me. And that's it. It's like God can't force you, but he can make the world around you come crashing down to where that's the only force you have in you. It goes back to yesterday. God couldn't force me to go face Bobby, but he forced me to face Bobby, where I couldn't do anything else. The rest of my world I couldn't focus in my world unless I focused on this. And although I was very mad about it, going back to it, this explains why I couldn't focus. And that's where I start wondering, what the fuck is wrong with me? It's nothing wrong with me. It's the energy as on top of me. We really don't have much control here. We are all powerful, but you don't know what that power that's inside of you that is literally controlling your life. It's calling in your experiences. It's forcing it's forcing your reality. If you keep saying you can't, it's going to keep making you do it. It's like that. Your words are all powerful, but even if you never say it, bro, God knows the secret desires of your heart, and He's going to make you go after them. Your heart's going to make you go after it. It's always something, a driving force inside of you. And if you don't give into it, it's madness. If you don't give into your heart, it's like you can't do anything else. It's ever crushing. All right, just for absolute confirmation, I'm going to close on this note. We're going to pull out the Notorious. The Notorious shows how the energy moves through the tree of life. It shows you everything about it. So you have the angelical seal, the number of the angel is classified, the name of the angel, the tarot number, the planetary attribution, the zodiacal attribution, and the traditional erotesic from Aleister Crowley's interpretation. Okay, this is the flow of energy. If you ever looked at a map of Dante's Inferno, it looks just like this. It points heaven right here. This is the mainland, and everything underneath is considered purgatory. Okay, so in the other scriptures, this is earth, this is heaven. We go through all these versions of hell, is what Dante describes, which I actually myself understand. All right, now in other science, this is again that map of your body. This is your chakra system, your crown to your root. I told you that we were in our solar plexus. This is your heart chakra, but everything comes through the solar plexus. So we're currently right here is what I said. Now, what is that? Can't read it. The virtues. I lied. Because realistically, I know that we're still working with the principalities, but the energy from the principalities comes from the virtues. And that's where it is. You have to work it through your pits, through your energetic fields. So it's coming from our solar plexus. And even though it's on this side, which probably described as this would be you're feeling pains in your right side. Our right is our most, I think they have it backwards, to be honest. Our right is our masculine physical side. Our left is our feminine passive side. So you have to put it into your reality and bring it down in, right? And that's what we're doing. We're going up into heaven and bringing it, we have to go through our hells to get to heaven, to bring this inspiration back down and make it a reality. But there's things about us that can't make it real. Okay? It's the flow of the tree of life. They say that Jesus lives up here in the highest throne. Here's the seraphim. When I fled, and you'll read the first scripture, when I fled, I fled to the seraphim. The first time I fled, I went straight back home where I came from. And then he caught me, he kicked me out of the cherubims. Kicked me out of all parts. Now, if all of these parts are just a map, and you know them in every area of life, then what part of life do I not know? When I'm in the astral worlds, where am I? That's it. It's like, I went yesterday in the middle of my conversation while I'm crying here, and I went straight to Jesus. Jesus, did you know what it felt like to be unloved? Love and romance. I can go to them and ask them. Yes, and go to my angels. My archangels. They're right there. They're everywhere. But I go way up. Way past them. Straight up to God. Alright, let's see where we're at. What is our card of the day? We only take these one by one. If you're like that, you're that much of a tarot reader, then go on with your bad self. But really, these are like the highest level advanced tarots. Dang, if that's not the Hangman. Yeah, I saw it. I didn't even read it. I was like, dude, look at him hanging. That's the Hangman. Wow. Alright, what is it? 57. Oh, shit, it comes with an invocation. Nem Amaya. God worthy of praise. Invocation. Queen Timent Dominia Spervatunat in Dominium or Dominiao Adjuntar Irum et Protector Inomis Est. Alright, Nimanian. Alright, Nemamia. Mamma mia. The first angel we encounter among the 9 choirs. We've entered the choirs. And that's what I said is the music. I said that was the next thing I posted. I was like, I'm talking shit about your music, but I'm about to deliver music myself. I walk it like I talk it, and it's coming from the choirs. And that's what I said. I'm working with the greatest. You're trying to become the greatest. Let's see. Will infuse us with strength, tenacity, prosperity, and intellectual clarity through his ability to reveal to us how the elements of our affairs are connected with the endpoint where the exact answer to be given a problem lies. However, its influence could degenerate in the expectation of profound change, leads us to imprudent or irresponsible, thwarting any sacrifice or change of direction, boredom, self-pity, or utter unhappiness in the face of change. Well, duh. Is that not aligned with everything we just said? What does that mean? All right, let me try to break this down. He's bringing a sense of strength, tenacity, and prosperity. What does the hangman mean? It means you don't know how to do. You're stuck. You have to make a choice. However, and like they're bringing intellectual clarity. This is this is what happens on a Friday. You get stuck. You get the tenacity. You get the higher perspective. You know, it's where how the elements of our affairs are connected, and the end point where the exact answer to be given problems lies. However, the influence could degenerate the expectation of profound change, leading us to imprudent or irresponsible, thwarting any sacrifice or change of any direction, leading us to boredom, self-pity, utter helplessness, and thwarting of change. Meaning, if you don't make a choice, if you don't go with this energy, you're going to end up in that. All right. The chorus is the archangels. Interesting. 57. The tarot is the hangman. The planet is Uranus. The sign is Capricorn. Aerotexic is the 4 of Swords. Ew. Well, it's all there for the taking. If you take earlier video or shadow video, you know, Chandra, I like the green, bro. The green is your heart chakra, and it's like, that's what he said. That was our video. It's like you're not acting from your heart. You know what I mean? Trying to get over our pessimism and madness and mental illness and anxieties is walking yourself out of it. Asking for help, of course. And then a lot of it is built on, you know what I mean, our interpersonal relationships. And now they're holding us back. And then we talked about Midgard, you know, our reality. I mean, that was a strict warning about bad weather to come. And it's going to. It doesn't take a rocket scientist that know, you know what I mean? In between, you have a lunar and a solar eclipse and all of this planetary movement, and you put spring. Spring brings madness, bro. I don't know. What are you supposed to do? Call State Farm? I don't know. I don't know where you are. I mean, I'm in Colorado. What do we get? Blizzards. And we always get them in April. March and April. Always. Because of the wind. It changes. It goes too fast. It tries to change from winter to summer too fast. You'll watch us. I'll report it. We'll go into 70 degrees and then here comes winter again. That happens in our state, but we push all of that weather out into the tornado valley, which pushes it down into the south. The cold weather can travel through the north, and the you know what I mean, and the hot weather. That's how it pushes. The hot weather is on the south. The cold weather is on the north. They meet in Colorado to make this beautiful little storm, but they take and rip off the rest of the Midwest and the eastern slopes as they go through. But ultimately, what comes through us to start this all comes from the West Coast. It starts from Oregon and Washington. It pushes down through parts of California. It hits Utah, Idaho, all of it. You can watch the weather system all the time. If you know how the weather flows, are you in a path of destruction? I haven't checked our weather, but it's coming. Just know that. Have to deal with love and romance. If you're going to be romantic, just know that the outcome is children. You're supposed to be here to, that's what it's all about, to the germination of these new seeds. If you start having new relationships, you might get a little too ahead of yourself. Just keep that in mind. Okay? That's it. I mean, what am I supposed to tell you? All I'm here to do is tell you to protect yourself in all different kinds of weird, uncomfortable ways. But don't limit yourself. What is my weakness? What did I say yesterday? Sexual healing, sexual interactions, interpersonal, you know what I mean? Intimate relationships. I lack intimate relationships. So now they're doing everything to bring them in to perspective. Meaning, am I ready for one, or am I just going to have to do more healing to get closer to one? If you're not ready yet, that just means you have more healing to do, and this is going to bring the healing. No matter what, we're getting closer. We're getting better. If I'm not going to get laid this week, I'm that much closer to getting laid the next week. So, like, that's your goal? No, I told you. Getting married and having babies. Sex is part of that. They all come together. They should be. It should be a whole trinity. This is what we're having sex for. This is what it leads to. This is what we're going to do with this. This is what this power is made for. Again, I told you I freaked out about it 2 days ago. It's still heavy. That's it too. It's like, in that moment, are you ready? Are you ready to be a father? They don't talk about that shit. They're like, are you gonna come for me? Say my name. Call me daddy. Somebody's gonna call you daddy after we're done. Not me, bitch. Not me. Such a douche, aren't I? I don't know. I guess. I feel like the kids are gonna drag me out of the house. I feel like we're going out to get some midnight air. I need something to drink. That fucking soda machine downstairs is gonna own all my money if I don't go to Walmart and get some drinks. Which means snacks. I did a lot of crying. I went into a really hard coma that I couldn't get out of. That was heavy shadow work that we pulled out. And that's just it. It's like, it hurts to admit your feelings, bro. I poured my heart out to Russ earlier, how much I loved him. I poured my heart out to Bobby yesterday. I poured my heart out to these guys. It hurts. It's heavy. It's heavy on me. And it like, literally, it's like, trying to pull it out is like pulling out a bullet. Like, as it's coming out, it's like killing me. It's like, you can't even pull it out. You just have to shove the knife through the other part and just let it heal. The only way to get it out is to, you know what I mean, create a new wound for it to come out of. It is. It's hard. And that's like, you know, healing. There's nothing wrong with loving these guys. There's not. There's plenty to love about them. It's just, you know, when you have these limitations to, like, you've got to be better, it's like you have to stand back. And that's what sucks. It's like it's not a waiting, but it's like a desiring that won't stop. Like, are you ever going to get better? Are you ever going to get better? Because if you got better, then we could be closer. The only thing holding us back from being close is your unhealed ways. Not so much mine. I mean, I push you away, but that's not real. I'll be talking shit, but that's not really real. In the essence, you could have blamed it on me and say I'm pushing you away. But you're not taking control either. You're not fighting to find a way. You're not making this any easier. And so what's, you know what I mean? Who wants to battle a one-man battle? It's an internal battle. Hey, I love you guys. That's it for today. That's it. I'm burnt. Is there anything else? Nope. Tomorrow we'll pull out some, you know, spiritual growth or some shit. Unless we're still hurting or more shit's coming to the surface. I don't know. Romance and a moon god. How's it going? Hey, laters haters. Have a good night.